going to learn so much from, and you're going to have fun, and you're going to love every moment of being here. So we've got a special surprise for everybody kicking off in probably about the next 3 minutes. But before we do, I'm going to give everybody an assignment. All right, we want to try to go viral, okay? So what I need everybody to know, we want to trend. What I want everybody to do is take a selfie, take an USSI, and you can go ahead and hashtag Russell Future Fest. Can y'all do that for me? So DJ's gonna throw on some really hot, and I'm gonna need you guys to do a reel, take a photo, and then hashtag Russell Future Fest. You can tag us on social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, so we can get a chance to see and share your photos. Is everybody good with that? Look at you guys. Yes. Yes.
A game changer entered the world.
From the skylines of Atlanta to boardrooms around the world, to the innovative Atlanta Falcons Mercedes-Benz Stadium, to Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, and the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture. My grandfather, my father, Herman Jerome Russell,
saw future. As a young shoe shiner, he envisioned the endless possibilities.
He worked relentlessly.
Built a legacy.
His fingerprint has been left for leaders across the nation.
The lessons that shaped his greatness have become a playbook for my success.
Now, we're giving you the playbook behind some of his biggest successes.
Now, it's your turn.
Now, it's your turn.
Join my family and I for Future Fest 2022. We want to give you the roadmap for the future. Join us for 2 days of masterclasses and experiences in entertainment, technology, fashion, health and wellness,
and entrepreneurship.
We're building future leaders.
We're building future leaders.
Rocking the block.
We're rocking the block.
Because the truth is,
the truth is, the future is you.
Yes, the truth is, the future is you. That's a phrase you're going to hear all day today. And if we do nothing else, we want to let you know that when you leave here, by the time you leave here today, that you are the future. So at this time, I want you to put your hands together and help me welcome Mr. Robert Gould, who is CEO of RG Media. He's executive producing this entire weekend. Can we welcome Robert as he comes?
Now, I thought I was in the ATL. Come on, make some noise, ATL! Good morning. Thank you so much, DJ. I'm telling you, a little disco this morning feels good, right? Welcome to Future Fest, the inaugural Russell Rocks the Block Future Fest Here in the city of Atlanta, y'all look so amazing. We have people from across the city who are coming, people from across the state who believe in this vision, who believe that there is power in our future. And if we empower the future today, that not only are we going to go further, but we're going to go farther. Somebody say, go farther. That's it. So today we've gathered here. You all look incredible. Today I want you to know it's about you. Touch your heart right here and say, it's about me. Tell yourself, it's about me. Today, I want you to understand that you are the future. No matter what age you're at, whether you're 80, we may have some folks who are 80 in here, or we may have some people who are 8 years old in here. The power of the story of Herman Jerome Russell is that it reaches from 80 and it goes to 8. It reaches from 8 and it goes to 50. It connects all of us. And so today I'm excited to introduce to you a family who's been on the forefront of doing that, a family who's been on the forefront of making sure that the recognition of their father, of their grandfather is not just heard, but it is felt. And so before I do that, we understand that today could not be possible without our special guests who helped power the future. Say power the future. And so we've had some future power partners, and so we want to acknowledge them really quickly before we jump into our day. We have platinum partners, the Russell family. Let's give it up to the Russell Family Enterprise. We also have gold partners, Operation Hope, Georgia Pacific. We also have a great array of emerald partners, Concessions International, H.J. Russell and Company, Proof of the Pudding, U.S. Supply House, Cruise, and Cisco. Let's give it up to our emerald partners. This could not be made possible also without our wonderful partners at the Woodruff and some contributors such as Coca-Cola and also Priceless Management. Let's give it up for them as well. This last endeavor, and then I'm getting ready to turn over the mic, could not be made possible by people who really believe that the right students, the right dreamers, the right believers should be in this space. And so we want to acknowledge our special ambassadors, and I would ask that they would stand just briefly and raise their hands. From the city of Jonesboro, we have Councilwoman Danya Sodders. Also, Councilman Corey Reeves, who is maybe on his way from South Fulton. And also we have Carol Gould from Neal Engineering and C. Gould Associates, who's here as well, who's one of our ambassadors. We thank you so much for all your contributions. And y'all know a little partial, because that is my mom. You know, I just want to say that. Y'all make a little noise for my mom. So now it's time. Somebody say it's time. Come on, let's say let's go. Come on, say let's go. Come on, let's go. Now it's time to go into the future. And so we are honored to have a family at the forefront of this who believes in the future, who sees the future. And we're going to open this up with a moment of Russell legacy. And I'd like to bring up to the stage now none other than the Russell family, the second generation. Y'all give it up for as they come up now. Give it up for Jerome Russell. Jerome Russell. And last but not least, Mr. Michael Russell. Come on, y'all can do better than that. This is Russell standing here, baby. Y'all can do better than that. Let's do it, let's do it. Let's start to get up. Everybody stand up. Let's get up for these legacy breakers.
Coming out for all of you all who came out to be inspired, to learn, to listen, to network, and to really be the best person you can be. I want to thank all of you all for taking the opportunity to do that. Robert, he's our executive director. You'll see it's a fabulous setup. You'll see around here as the day goes along. I want to thank you, Robert. And certainly I want to thank really, this is G2, but really G3, the next generations of Russells really led that, starting with my niece, Lori Russell here. You heard from her later. But I'm so pleased that they really took the ball and ran with this. And really, we just continue to be thankful for what this city has done for the Russell family. And we just want to give back and make sure we're being impactful, making sure we're leaving this place a better place than when we came. So I just want to welcome all of you all here. We want to have a great day. I'm excited about everything that we have planned and all the dignitaries. We got the mayor of our city, who you'll hear from briefly. And I'm just thankful that we're able to pull together something like this. So with that, I will hand it over to my brother and sister who will talk a little more about the legacy of the Russell family.
Thank you, Michael. And because I'm the oldest, I am going to use a prop. Cheat a little bit with notes. So I'm Taneda, I'm the eldest. And I just want to give you a little background on our father to start off today. At the age of 12, Herman Russell had the entrepreneurial spirit. He had a vision for building a shoe stand, which was really one of the few entrepreneurial ventures that young people could have in the 1940s. So he had this vision of building a shoe stand that had 2 chairs, things like Coca-Cola and shoelaces for his customers to buy. And he told his father, and his father said, in order to do that, you have to get a permit from the city. So he walked from his home in Somerville down to City Hall to meet with the alderman in order to ask for permission to build the shoe shine. He stood in line, in the colored line, by the way, and waited for his turn. When it was his turn, he walked up to the podium, and the alderman said, "Boy, what do you want?" Because my father had a speech impediment, he stuttered, and he found it difficult to enunciate his words. They immediately started laughing at him and told him that he talked funny and he needed to go home. Even though he had an experience like that, which would have humiliated a lot of grown folks, he was determined. He went home, he built that shoe shine, and it became the beginning of his entrepreneurial journey. He passed that determination on to his children and his grandchildren. And I am so happy that our children, Generation 3, had the know-how and the determination to say to us, we need to do something for the youth in our community. And that is why we are here today. Our father believed that entrepreneurship was the best way to control your destiny. It is our desire today, as you attend these sessions, that you will be inspired and encouraged to continue with your dreams and to understand that the future is yours. Take advantage of this day and dream big. Thank you for coming.
Good morning, everyone. My father, Herman Russell, is smiling as he looks down from heaven. The producer and chairwoman of Future Fest were both influenced and impacted by my father. This gentleman over here, Robert Good, 20 years ago, we was working with his mother on various projects, both myself and my father, and Carol would bring this 7, 8-year-old little boy around and with her for everything that she did. So you were influenced, my brother. So, okay. My daughter, Maury, and my father's, of course, granddaughter, Maury was around 18 years old. She had a jewelry accessory store. And she was in Miami and came to Atlanta and did a reception at Haskell's. And I think she sold maybe a little less than $1,000 worth of jewelry. And she called my father and she said, "Grandpa, I sold $1,000 worth of jewelry." And he said, "How much did you spend on the expenses for your thing?" "I don't know." He said, "You lost money." And Maury, that impacted Maury to the day. So his influence goes beyond. My father was a youth entrepreneur. As the neighbors say, at 22 years old, he started his business. 22 in 1952. Over the years, he opened up doors for other young entrepreneurs. And he ensured his 3 children were exposed to the business, but not entitled. So today, 70 years from 1952, we're one of the few, we don't think we can count on more than one hand, Black businesses that are transitioning to the 3rd generation. So as we look out into the future, Future Fest 2022, I want to say 30 years from now, I will be kicking it at 90. Come on. Right on. Maury will be knocking on the youthful 60. And Generation 4 will be here celebrating 100 years of a Black business generation. So let's go get Future Fest 2022 and let's make a big difference as we go forward. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the chairwoman of Future Fest, give it up for Miss Maury Russell.
Good morning, you all. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for all of our sponsors. Thank you to my family and my grandfather for just this legacy that I'm able to be in. And I really want to thank God. So I thank God for this moment that we're in. And you know, 4 years ago, we were doing a community day. So we started a community day, and as we went into the 5th year, it was something on my heart and soul that said we have to increase the impact. And we connected, Paul Bryant connected me with Robert, with RG Media, and all I can say about that is it's about the team that you have around you, right? Like I can't do it on my own. And RG Media came in with us, helped to create this amazing idea, day concept, and I am just honored to be here as y'all's chairwoman. And to be here in the city of Atlanta and do this for our city. You know, but as I'm speaking of the city of Atlanta, and y'all look, once we bring him up, I'm gonna need some real Atlanta tunes going on. But I am just so honored to not just introduce the mayor, the 61st mayor of our city, but a friend. And I told you all, we've been doing, this is our 5th year, and we were doing something in the community. Andre Dickens was always there. He showed up every single year. Other things that I've asked him to be there, you always answered the phone, you always showed up, and I am just so grateful to have him as our mayor and represent this city. So you all help me in welcoming the 61st mayor of Atlanta, Mayor Andre Dickens.
Good catching. So now I can see, I can lay my eyes on these wonderful young people, these students, these young minds, all of y'all. I see young people and I see younger people. I ain't saying the old people in here. I see young people and I see younger people. Thank you, Maury, for that introduction. Thank you for your leadership and your friendship. Thank you to each and every member of the Russell family. I consider myself a generation 2.5. So you're generation 3, and you guys are generation 2. I'm generation 2.5. I'm just gonna call myself an honorary. And ain't nothing I can do about it because I love your family so much. And there's so many other wonderful people in here, from Rodney Bullard to Jay Bailey to, of course, Stanley Graham, and so many others. But the city of Atlanta applauds and honors the legacy of H.J. Russell. He's ours. He's Atlanta's own H.J. Russell. This family that has done so many amazing things to really motivate up to go into entrepreneurship, to go into construction, to go into airport concessions, and to give back, to set a legacy. And so I'm honored to stand on a stage that lives in his legacy. And now you're doubling down on that and you're doing it for the youth. You are setting a precedent for the youth. So I'm excited. And earlier this week, I was speaking about potential. And potential was what we were talking about. And I talked about how potential doesn't have anything to do with your zip code. And, sometimes your zip code can make you feel like that zip code doesn't send enough people to college, or that zip code doesn't have a lot of millionaires in that zip code. That zip code hasn't produced a lot of individuals that have gone on to have fortunes of billions and millions, but that's okay, because the potential is in you just like it was in me, just like it was in H.J. Russell, who at age 12 wanted to start a suicide stand, but had a speech impediment. His zip code of Summerhill did not hinder him from becoming this legend that we talk about. And as I look at today's participants, these young people, I am deeply reminded of the potential that each and every last one of you have. Each of your potential can propel you through your leadership skills, through your hard work and your commitment. And we often confuse leadership with a job title or a position. Just because you're a mayor or a CEO, that's not the only way to be a leader. Right now, in your classroom, in your camp, in your team, you can be a leader and an influencer, and you don't have to have 100,000 followers to be a leader or an influencer. You influence your neighbor, the person that you took that selfie or that hussy with. You guys influence one another, and you are leaders amongst yourselves. Do y'all believe that? Do y'all believe you're leaders? All right. You can be a leader, and your Instagram followers can be sitting on 10. I hope you got more than 10 friends, but you don't have to have 10,000 to be a leader. And so I think about that each and every day. So the involvement of leadership is just coming from the heart. And I love that phrase from the beginning where we touched our hearts and we talked about ourselves and our self-care. So what you need is honesty, self-awareness, initiative, an open mind, and a strong emotional health, and the courage to be vulnerable and ask for help from somebody else that's been there. And then last but not least, in the conditions of time that we live in, you gotta have some resilience. You gotta have some resilience, some strength to be able to get hit and keep on going. At basketball, we say, and one, you take the foul, right? You take the foul and you still complete the shot. That's resilience, all right? In football, you hit the hole and you still keep on going. You get the extra yards. Resilience is what we gotta live through right now. Resilience is overcoming a speech impediment to become one of the biggest businessmen in the history of the United States. So that's resilience is something that you all have, and you just have to hold into it. And that's just a short list. As me being born and raised in Adamsville. Anybody right from Adamsville? The guy in the back. That's right. That's what we look like in Adamsville. We hold up the rear. That's right. We in the back. Adamsville, small little part of the city. A lot of good things people said didn't come out of Adamsville. I was the first in my family to go to college. First in my family to go from Atlanta Public Schools to make it to Georgia Tech and go to college to be able to become a chemical engineer. That zip code that I live in, that I grew up in, only gave you a 4% chance of making it from poverty to prosperity. Only a 4% chance in Adamsville. So that means there was a 96% chance that I would stay in those conditions I was in. That can no longer exist, and that's why we are here with Russell and Rock the Block, and this whole movement with you is to change that dynamic. And that's what we're going to do about it. I am confident that you will see people go from poverty to prosperity right before our eyes over the next few years if we hone in and stick together. So I became a local business owner because I heard about H. Jerome Russell. But then not only did I become a small business owner, this family also bought furniture from my furniture store. I've supported them, they've supported me. This ecosystem that builds upon each other. And so it's important that we carry on in that way. And so no matter what title I have there as mayor of of Atlanta, I'm still somebody who cares about my friends, my family, and each and every member of this community. And so that's what the Russell family is doing. And it doesn't matter to me where you are right now. I know that you have the potential to be whoever you want to be in life. And I'm confident you'll keep pushing ahead. And you're on the right track already because you showed up today. You showed up today, and I think that you are in the right place at the right time. God doesn't make any mistakes, and so I can't see what you all do with all of this potential. So I'm Andre Diggins. I'm honored to serve as the mayor of Atlanta. Thank you, Russell family.
Y'all give it up for Mayor Andre Diggins. I'd like to ask the Russell family to join me here. You know, this is the inaugural year of the come on up, Russell family, please join us. This is the inaugural year of Russell's Future Fest. It's so incredible, and we can't talk about individuals who travel all across the country. They're going to be with us for 2 days without starting at home first. So Mayor Andre Diggins, on behalf of the inaugural Russell Future Fest, along with the Russell family, we want to honor you and be our first honoree of the first ever Future Shaper acknowledgement from Russell Future Fest 2022. Thank you for shaping the future.
I'm honored. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Mayor Andre Diggins one more time. We know the mayor has to run, but we're so grateful for his presence being here. All right, who's ready to start today? Let me hear you say, let's go. Can I say, let's go, let's go. That's all right. You see the voices winning, let's go, let's go. That's what I like to hear. So we're going to get kicked off with our day today. We are, again, honored. We have individuals who gathered here. We understand one of our joint partners I want to acknowledge is the AUC here. They are the backbone, of course, Clark and Laird. Do I have any Clark and Laird University alumni? What about Spelman College? What about Morehouse? All right, come on, I need a house men speak up when I said that. So we're so excited about their partnership. We know they have programming going on, so you will see a few empty spaces. They're coming in throughout the day. We're on a rolling schedule here, but today, again, is about you. Today is so that you can take your future to the next level. And we want to encourage you, even in our sessions, we program this, so regardless of what age you're at, regardless of what space you're in life, today you are going to receive something. And know that if you were here in this space, maybe it's bigger than you. Say, maybe it's bigger than me. Maybe it's about generations that will come after you. So today we want you to grab a hold to those things. We want you to grab a hold to the information that we're going to give to you. We have collected here an incredible of speakers from Chase Bank to Piedmont Healthcare System, from Kennesaw, from Berkeley College of Music. I mean, the list goes on and on. So many people have come across the country to be here to pour into you today and to move the future forward. So I'm going to get a few housekeeping things out of the way. Before I do that, I want to do 2 more quick things. I want to acknowledge my incredible team who got you in today, who got you settled in, and who will be with you all day. Can you wave, Team RG Media, please? Can we give it up for our incredible team at RG Media Affiliates? Thank you so much, guys. I love y'all. So today is, again, about who is today about? Who is today about? Okay, we failed the first class. Come on, who is today about? Okay, good. Yes, that's me. That's right. All right. So when you came in, you were assigned a track. So you were assigned, my sound team, can we make sure we're all good here? You were assigned a track, and on that track you have a color, and it should be a corresponding color wristband that you. When we get ready to break here in just a second, you are going to follow your track on your paper that you have. I promise you, we've curated this to be amazing. So everyone in this space is going to walk away with a health and wellness seminar, with a business and leadership, entrepreneurship seminar, and also with an entertainment industry and tech seminar. Everyone is going to receive the incredible, great experience, all right? So you'll follow this track here with your card. It'll be color-coded, and you will go to your room, your first room at that assigned time, all right? So we're going to break off and do that. Also, I want to acknowledge we have 3 incredible coaches with us, and I'm going to ask for them to stand, please. Can you please stand, Bo? We have Mr. Bo here, and also Coach Bo, and please stand, Coach LB. LBLs. They are going to be standing here. They are incredible, and also we have Miss Carrie Gatewood, who is here. They are our future coaches for today. So you were handed a dream plan. Somebody say dream plan. The dream plan turns into the master plan. And H.J. Russell was incredible at master planning entire cities, global communities. So today we made his master plan very simple in 3 directions. So in between your sessions today, go to your assigned session. But in between your sessions, we want to encourage you to stop by and see one of our dream coaches, our future coaches, who are going to walk you through how can you identify your vision, how can you identify your passion, which will lead to your purpose, all right? So they're here to work with you on that, and it is in our Dream Launchers hallway, which you will see in just a moment. With that said, I believe we're almost ready to break and go to our first sessions. Make sure you have your color-coded piece there. You have pens, you have paper. We're ready to get the day started, and we're going to have an incredible lunch as well served for you all. I want to also acknowledge, again, we have said it at the top, but the last person I'd like to acknowledge as we transition to spaces, and we have people coming in, is someone who was very instrumental in putting this together, and we would be remiss without also being at the helm of the connection of this, without acknowledging Vice President of External Affairs at H.J. Russell, Mr. Paul Bryant. Paul, stand for a moment. Let's give it up for Paul. PB in the house. Everybody say PB in the house. He's such a cool guy. I'm telling you, I have such a love for him. And he is at the helm of connecting the relationship for what is created today. So with that said, are we ready to go? Let me say, let's go. Let's go, let's go. So we have 3 stages. This is the Future Builder stage. We have also our Future Creator stage, which is for entertainment, and our Future Maker stage, which is for health and wellness. So once we get up, we're gonna ask everyone to go this way. You're gonna go to your right, and literally this is a big circle. So you're gonna find your space. If your first space is the Future Builder stage, hold tight, get up, stretch a little bit, and hang tight because your first session is going to start here. Is there anything else that I'm missing, team, before we get started? All right. Okay, can we actually allow our speakers, if you don't mind, stepping up if you have a first session, and we're going to allow you to go, our dream coaches for the day, our speakers for our first session. Talent, can you please come, my talent team, please come so we can escort. And we're going to escort our speakers to their first session, and then everyone else.